Bismillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir wa tammim bil khair. Ad-darsu ar-rabi'u. And we can see over here that ar-rabi'u is on the pattern of fa'ilu. And we have seen that the al-a'dad al-tartibiyya, they comes on the pattern of fa'ilu. So we have ad-darsu ar-rabi'u, lesson number 4. And this construction is what? This is Mawsuf and this is Sifa. We know that the numbers are generally used as adjective. Ad-darsu ar-rabi'u. Yusufu doesn't have tanween. Why is that? Because it's a diptot, it's mamnu min as-sarf. And why it's mamnu min as-sarf? Because it's a non-Arabic name. So the non-Arabic names are mamnu min as-sarf. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We have analyzed this in the beginning of the course. Assalamu alaikum. And then we have wa rahmatullahi is mudaf ilayh. Wa barakatuhu is also mudaf ilayh. And it is may Allah's mercy and blessings be on you. Ibrahimu wa alaikum assalamu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And Ibrahim also returns him in the best possible manner. And he says, wa alaikum assalamu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban bika ya khali. So these are the expressions that are used to welcome someone, and these are complete sentences. Inshallah, we will analyze when we learn the verbs in detail. So ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban bika, and whenever you welcome someone, it comes with the preposition of ba. Ahlan wa sahlan comes with the preposition of ba. Ya khali, oh my uncle. So he says, welcome to you, oh my uncle. Khali is mudaf ilayh, right? Khal is used for uncle, and then ya al-mutakallim is mudaf ilayh. Kayfa haluka, how are you? La'allaka bi khairin, I hope you are doing fine. We have learned that la'alla is used to show hope or fear, and of course here it's in the context of hope. And ka will be ismu la'alla, and bi khairin will be khabaru la'alla, as we know that inna wa akhawatuha, they have ism and khabar, and we know that la'alla is one of the sisters of inna, so that's why we will say that ka is ismu la'alla and bi khairin will be khabaru la'alla. Yusuf, alhamdulillah, praise be to Allah. Aina abuka ya Ibrahimu, where is your father, O Ibrahim? Aina is also one of the asma al-istifham. That's a noun that is used to ask a question. Abuka is mudaf ilayh, and ya Ibrahimu, ya is harf munada, and Ibrahimu is munada, the one who is being called upon. Praise be to Allah. Where is your father, O Ibrahim? Ibrahimu also mamnu min as-sarf, because it's a non-Arabic name, and also we have seen that these names are also the names of the prophets, and we have learned that the names of the prophets are also mamnu min as-sarf. However, here it's not the names of the prophets. These persons have been named on the names of the prophets. Dhahaba ila suqi, he went to the market. And as we have seen that we have been introduced to the Arabic verb, and we have seen that when we say dhahaba, that means he went. And there is always a hidden damir or pronoun in form number 1 and form number 4. We know that the verbs, they start with the past tense of the third person. So dhahaba, he went ila suqi, to the market. Ila suqi, as we know, this is jar majroor. So he went to the market. So where do we get the meaning of he from? As we know, he is inbuilt, it is inside dhahaba, and the verb is went to the market. Yusufu wa aina ummuk, wa aina ummuka, and where is your mother? Ibrahimu dhahabat ila khalati Zainaba, she went to my aunt Zainab. For the masculine, we use third person masculine singular, we use dhahaba, and for the third person singular feminine, we use dhahabat, she went. Ila, to khalati is mudaf ilayh, to my aunt Zainaba. So why do we have Zainaba over here? Any idea? It's basically the badal of khalati. So basically, what's the i'rab of khala? The i'rab of khala is it is majroor. Why it is majroor? Because of ila. So whenever we talk about badal, or this is also used for tawqid. So whenever we use it, it means it will have the same case ending, the noun that we are using it for. Now khala is majroor, so it is majroor, so it has kasra. Similarly, Zainaba is also majroor. It does not have kasra. Why it does not have kasra? Because it is mamnu min as-sarf. So we will say it's in the place of majroor. Mahal and majroor, however, we know that the nouns that are diptot, the names of the women, Arabic women, they do not accept kasra. So that's why we will say this is also majroor. So the substitute that we are using for should carry the same ending as it has the ending of the word that we are substituting for. So ذهبت إلى خالتي زينب. She went to my aunt Zainab. So why do we say my aunt? Because khalati is mudaf mudaf ilayh, and Zainaba is being used as emphasis, or we can say as substitute, and it is also used to clear the ambiguity, like khalati and which khalati. So when you say Zainaba, then now it's clear that she is referring to her aunt, which is Zainab. Yusufu wa aina ikhwatuka, and where are your brothers? Now he will respond using the past tense. Ibrahimu dhahabu ilal jamiati, and they went to the university. So when we talk about the brothers, we will use dhahabu. First, we have memorized the conjugation of dhahaba. Dhahaba, dhahaba, dhahabu. They went. Now we know that when we say dhahabu, then there is an inbuilt doer inside it, which is hum. And we know that every verb in Arabic has an inbuilt doer. So it's basically hum dhahabu ilal jamiati. But because it's a verbal sentence, there is no need to use hum. Because if you say hum dhahabu, then it becomes a nominal sentence. So dhahabu ilal jamiati, they went to the university. So why do we say dhahabu? Because he is asking about the brothers, and of course for the plural we have to use dhahabu. They went to the, so now we can see that they is basically inbuilt inside dhahabu. Yusufu wa aina akhawatuka, and where are your sisters? Now he is asking about the sisters, and he says dhahabna ila al-madrasati. Ibrahim says dhahabna ila al-madrasati, they went to the school. Now we can see over here that for masculine plural third person we will use dhahabu, and for the feminine plural third person we will use dhahabna. Now that's the benefit of memorizing the conjugation. If you have memorized the conjugation, for example, dhahaba, dhahaba, dhahabu, dhahabat, dhahabata, dhahabna. And now this course is very beautiful. That will definitely help us to understand more in the context. So the best way of learning a language is we learn the language in the context. So when you know, when you can make the sentences, when you know how to make sentences, then it will be a very good idea that we learn the language in both ways. We memorize the conjugation, and then after memorizing the conjugation, we implement it in the book through the rules of the language. So inshallah, in this way, our learning will become much easier and it will be more practical. Yusufu, ama dhahabta ila al-madrasati al-yawma? Didn't you go to the school today? Dhahabta yani anta dhahabta, ama dhahabta, and we know that ma is ma an-nafiya, which is used to negate the past tense. So didn't you go to the school? Now we know that this is a negative interrogative. So when we have negative interrogative, what should be the answer? Do you remember? The answer should be na'am or should be bala. What do you say? So the answer will be bala. Ibrahim says bala. Yes, dhahabtu, I went, waraja'tu, and I came back, after ba'd al-hissat al-ula, after the first period. Now we know that ba'da is used as special mudaf. That's why the noun that follows it will be majroor, it will be mudaf ilayh. Al-hissa is feminine, mawsuf, and al-ula, for the feminine we use al-ula, and for the masculine we use al-awwal. He says, yes, I went and returned after the first period. So when you want to say I went, so you will say ذهبت. And when you want to say I came back or I returned, then we will say رجعت. ذهبت ورجعت بعد الحصة الأولى. I went and returned after the first period. Yusuf, Yusuf says, لماذا رجعت? Mada is also one of the question words. Basically, it's a noun that is used to ask a question, and it is used with the verbal sentence. So, mada or limada, both of them can be used. You can even say, you can say mada rajata, and you can also say limada rajata, and they are used with the verbal sentence. So, why did you return? Yani, why did you come back? So rajata anta yani anta rajata limada rajata, when did you come back? So now mashallah, the Sheikh has beautifully used all the verbs that we have learned the conjugation for. All of them have been used in a very beautiful way in the sentences, and now inshallah I'm sure it's easier for us to figure out like how to use dhahabta, how to use dhahabtu, and how to use rajata. Ibrahim رجعت, I came back or I returned. لأنني مريض, because I am sick. Now we can see that لأن is also one of the sisters of inna, and it means because. And ni alya al mutakallim will be ismu لأن, and maridun will be khabaru لأن. رجعت, I came back. لأنني مريض, because I am sick. Yusuf, la ba'sa, may no harm come to you. أذهبت إلى طبيب, did you go to a doctor? A doctor, because it is طبيب. It's not at-tabib. If it is at-tabib, then it will be did you go to the doctor? But now it will be did you go to a doctor? يعني أنت ذهبت إلى طبيب, may no harm come to you. Did you go to a doctor? Ibrahim, نعم, yes. ذهبت, I went. Now you can see over here that again the conjugation that we have memorized, now it's helping us a lot to use them practically in the sentences. نعم ذهبت, yes, I went. Now if you want to practice, you can take any past tense, you can do the conjugation, and then you can use it in everyday life. Yani jalastu, I sat. ذهبت, I went. رجعت, I came back. And similarly, the verbs that we have learned in book number 1, now you can practice them here in book number 2. All right, so alhamdulillah, we have learned the use of the verbs. Now I would like you to do the exercise, answer the questions. Tamarinu ajib anil asilatil atiya, answer the following questions. Aina dhahaba Abu Ibrahima? Okay, where did Abu Ibrahim go? As we know that Abu is used as special mudaf, and Ibrahim is mudaf ilayh, and it is majroor, but we know Ibrahim is a non-Arabic name. It's a diptot, so it will not accept kasra, so that's why it will be majroor bil fatha. So aina dhahaba Abu Ibrahima? Where did Abu Ibrahim go? Does anyone remember? Dhahaba ila suqi, he went to the market. ذهب إلى السوق, he went to the market. وأين ذهبت أمه? And where did his mother go? Yes, any ideas? Where did she go? ذهبت إلى خالته زينب. She went to his aunt Zainab. ذهبت إلى خالته, he refers to Ibrahim, to his aunt Zainab. So she went to his aunt, yani the aunt of to the aunt of Ibrahim, and her name is Zainab. So she went to Ibrahim's aunt, her name is Zainab. متى رجع إبراهيم من المدرسة? When did Ibrahim come back from the school? Yes, do you remember when did he come back? رجع بعد الحصة الأولى, he came back after the first period or after the first class, and we have seen that hissa is feminine. That's why the adjective that is being used for hissa is also feminine. رجع بعد الحصة الأولى. He came back after the first period. So Alhamdulillah, in the previous lesson we learned the rules and we learned about the past tense. In this text we have learned how to use the past tense, how to use the different forms of the verb, and inshallah when we meet again we will do the exercises. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.